about aesthetic mods. Now, the great thing about aesthetic mods is that they cover everything that pertains to you and your personal choices, whether that's hardware, electronics, or a paint job. Uh, Now, since it covers your personal choices, I'm going to use my own guitar as an example as far as what you can do to make your instrument your instrument. Um, Most guitars, they come stock, pretty well designed, but I'm a firm believer that it can be pushed to better specifications. Keep in mind this will lower the resale value of your guitar, so again, choose wisely what you decide to do. My guitar that I'm going to demonstrate is my Schecter Spitfire. I love this beast. Uh, so yeah, let's go over it. As far as hardware, this originally had, I believe it was chrome hardware, and I knew I wanted an all black guitar. So, the finish was already black. I got black strap locks, got new locking tuners, black obviously. I think I got these from Hip Shot. Let's see what else. I got a black bridge, black knobs, all black hardware. So immediately, that was the first thing I did. And because this is my stage guitar, I knew I needed something a little bit more eye-catching, a little bit more appealing. And since I was in a metal band, well, I'm still in a metal band. First thing I did was I got this truss rod cover. It has a skull on there. It's pretty cool. Also, these pickup rings with nice little skull bat. Yep, keep it metal. And yeah, this thing became my workhorse guitar. Survived many shows. It's still my #1 guitar. But that was for my personal aesthetic. It needed to be a guitar that could last many shows. It needed to be, it needed to exude metalness, and this was my personal choice. Now, had it been a different guitar, I might have considered, you know, other kinds of aesthetics. So when you have your guitar, you may choose a different style, especially if you're in a different style of music. Um, some common aesthetic choices, you know, obviously the easiest is getting matching hardware. Um, some guitars, they'll have black body hardware but like chrome tuners, and you don't want that, so get black tuners to cover all your bases. Um, so that's one hardware mod that you can do. I already made a video on hardware mods, and I will provide a link to that on the bottom. But that's just some things that you can do. Um, if you have a classic looking guitar like a Telecaster, you may want to go for that vintage look. You may want to add vintage tuners, that ashtray bridge. If you're ballsy, you might even want to add a Bigsby tremolo to your Telecaster. Again, this is all going towards that vintage look. That's the aesthetic, that vintage look. But that doesn't have to be your choice. Maybe you want, all gold hardware, or maybe you want all chrome hardware, all black. These are things you can do. If you really look hard enough, you can find some other colored hardware. I've seen green hardware. I've seen aquamarine, that weird. I don't know the correct name, but it's that weird color where it's like you look at it in one angle and it's purple, and then you change the angle and it looks blue. That is a piece of hardware I did find, and it kind of it's not for me, but maybe someone out there would like that. That covers the aesthetic choices of hardware mods. Electronics, well, there's very few things you can do electronically for an aesthetic choice. You may want vintage wiring. You may want to add LEDs to your fretboard, which is very common. And again, I highly recommend you get a technician to help you with that, simply because you do not want to damage your guitar at all. And doing that may be irreversible. Let's see. I don't know if you've seen the guy from Five Finger Death Punch. He's got LEDs on his on one of his guitars. I believe it's a Dean, and that's pretty cool. You know, it flashes on stage. You know, so there are many things you can do. I believe Tom Morello has a wah pedal in the body of one of his guitars. You know, these are little tricks you can do. But probably the biggest and most common and easily accessible, well, not easily accessible, but it's probably the first aesthetic mod that anyone tries to pull off, and that is refinishing the guitar. This is especially if you have a guitar that sounds amazing, plays amazing, but it just doesn't look, you know, how you want it to look. You know, maybe it's pink, maybe it's one of those Hello Kitty guitars, you know, and you're like, oh no, this is not, I don't want to be seen with this, but it plays amazing. So, again, refinishing the guitar, it's a difficult and costly process. I really recommend you find a luthier that is capable of pulling it off, because for guitars you need specific paints, you need specific veneers. You can't just go to any store and pick up any veneer. And this is all to protect the guitar. I wish it was as simple as getting the, you know, people swear by using furniture veneers and paints. That's a 50-50 bet right there. You know, it may work, it may not work. I recently tried to refinish a guitar and I failed horribly. And I will leave it at that. But let's just say lesson learned. And now I know that if I ever want to pull that off, I'm going to need some help. Because you will, you know, especially if it has a, you know, a finish on it already, the removal process is damaging in its own right. So you're going to need some help, you're going to need some hardware, some tools, and I really do recommend finding someone that knows what they're doing. But if you can pull it off, you can get some really interesting results, especially if it's, you know, a finish that is so very personalized to you. Like, for example, Kirk Hammett, he has those awesome guitars that have like old movie posters on it. He has the Mummy. He has what is it? Nosferatu. You know, these are very cool, you know, choices that he made, because I think he's a huge horror fan, and that's cool. But you know, maybe you want like a tie-dye guitar. Maybe you want, you know, a guitar with like that kind of like thrown, spray painted look. I believe Steve Vai has a couple that look like that. You know, again, these are all personal choices, and you should go for it if you got the means. For me personally, I'm very happy with an all-black guitar. I'm not too picky. You know, I'm more of a hardware and electronics kind of guy. But yeah, that's me. Let's see, other aesthetics other than painting the guitar. Well, that's really the main one. If you have any other ideas, feel free to, you know, throw them out in the comments section. Again, this was a very short video considering, but hey, you know, I am Leo the Guitarist. Thanks for watching. Be sure to find me on Facebook and Twitter, and yeah, stay tuned for more videos, and if you want, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you later.